1 2 1 2
Thinking politely, so let me get under your skins like ivy without being bougie. Your gully is
सोचते सोचते कहाँ तुम पहुँचते हरासू पहुँचते सब करके लोचे में फंसे थे औरों की गलती पे हंसे थे पन्ने तो तुमने भी घसे थे लेते हो.
What is up, y'all? Welcome to Scoop Whoop Decibels, where me and you are going to be exploring every flavor of Desi hip hop. This series is just not going to be talking about the rap game, but exploring each of hip hop's 5 core elements and the nearest Desi reflection of each. You'll know what I mean soon, but before that, what are these 5 elements? Let's find out. Okay guys, now that you understand the elements of hip-hop, today we're going to talk about the theory of lyricism and emceeing. And imagine, if you're learning about physics, right? You go to Stephen Hawking. You get someone very proficient in that subject, right? So today, for you to understand the art of lyricism and emceeing, we got someone very special in today. We got someone who's been in the rap game for more than 10 years. We got the Chinnapaya from the block. We got the guy whose flow is smoother than the dosa on a frying pan. We got the Southside superstar Brodha V in the house.
Killing it with a guillotine flow. Career got legs like a millipede, bro. I bring the truth with the bitterness. So was a sonogram, I've been kicking it.
Hey man, welcome to the show, Desibels. So glad to have you here.
Thank you for having me, bro.
So, given that we are on the subject of understanding emceeing, understanding lyricism, I think for any layman like myself as well, there is so many subjects and theories within it, right? It is that it is so vast, it almost feels like there is no starting point, or where do I start? It seems intimidating to put a finger down and figure out where to start with.
Right.
So if I'm exploring to understand art of emceeing and lyricism, what would be a good place to start?
Hip hop started in the Bronx, somewhere in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
It started off at a small little party.
Uh-huh.
And DJ Kool Herc is supposed to be the founding father of hip hop.
Yeah.
And
Clive Campbell.
Yeah. It's a small place in the Bronx, somewhere around Harlem, and it's gone so global right now. It's basically started off as, the DJ would pick out records.
Mm-hmm.
In each and every record, there used to be these break beats, right? So that used to be looped over and over again, and that used to be played, to which people would dance. And on top of that, an MC would come and just freestyle something just to get the crowd moving. And that's how hip hop started off. Ooh. At a small party.
Oh, so this would become like a bass beat.
Yeah,
on
exactly.
Which someone would come in.
Yeah, imagine a drum breakdown, with no instruments or something, in a track, and that becomes a loop, and he just plays it over and over again, and an MC comes and just hypes the crowd up, put your hands up, wave them side to side, and this and that, and just get the crowd involved in what the MC is saying. That's how it started.
So the thing is, at any point when someone listens to Desi hip hop a lot, right?
Right.
Even if you're not an fan, one thought would have entered their head that, man, I can have a rap career. Even I can probably do this, because everyone has something to say, right? For that person, if you had to give him a how to rap 101 or rap for dummies kind of thing, me. So, what is the tool sets would you give them in anatomy of rap? Let's say.
First thing would be obviously pick a beat, choose a beat, any tempo, just make sure you vibe with it. Mm-hmm. Second, try to understand what the tempo of the beat is, and try to write the most basic rhymes to just see if you're able to flow on it, if you have a sense of rhythm. And now if you have a sense of rhythm and you're feeling confident, now pick a topic, right? As many lines as you want about how you're feeling, and then try to rhyme them. And then once you're done rhyming the most basic things, now think about 10 other ways in which you would say the same line.
Can you give me an example? What do you mean?
Let's say...
See, write down your feelings, my therapist also told. But how do I make it rhyme?
For example, let's say we're chilling here in the couch, 2 MCs, going hard from the south.
Beat hit me so hard. Ouch.
Bro.
Am I ready?
That's Grammy right there. That's Grammys right there. That's the Grammy right there. Bro. Oh, wow.
When you told rhyming of these things, right?
Right.
I see that where do I put the rhyming word? Because there is one long sentence, or in the third, I put
you
the
could
rhyming
either
word?
rhyme it in the very end, or you could probably have something called internal rhymes as well. Something that I did in
stuff. Where my notes at?
For example, when I did the song Atma Rama.
Back in the time when I was lacking a dime, my hopeless youth had me slowly get attracted.
It goes like, back in the time when I was lacking a dime, my hopeless youth had me slowly get attracted to crime. So I'm rhyming like, so many phrases like 3 times within just 2 lines.
When you said back in the time, then do you think, okay, give me 10 words which rhymes with time, then you fit it in?
Sure. I mean, if it could be one of those methods that you could employ, like, it's just that I had a story to tell. I mean, I wish I had ChatGPT back in the day. But the idea is to be able to tell a story first and then see, like, how do I expand it? Like, how do I give it more visual imagery is what, like, makes me want to expand those.
And I've seen it like when you're putting rhyming words as well. One thing is, there have been so many rappers who don't even attempt to rhyme, but it still sounds so good. Right? That's one. And second thing, they put the rhymes in different places.
Yeah.
And the way you pronounce it also makes something rhyme, even though through your spelling, it doesn't. It's time and dime sounds
true.
right?
Yeah.
But orange and derange.
Yeah.
So it's the
They're
way
kind of like slant rhymes. They don't have to exactly rhyme.
Then flow switch.
Yeah.
Where? How?
Flow switch is like, one of those things where like, it's not absolutely necessary for you to do it, like, unless you want to be really creative. If you feel like, that sense of monotony while you're writing a verse, and if everything sounds the same and then you just want to break the pattern a little bit midway, you can completely like, switch the flow up, keeping the same tempo in mind, just as an exercise, just to see if the song like, gains or drops energy.
Okay.
Just to like, give it that variation in a song. See, as an artist, like, I basically first start off with the music, the beat, even if it's a small little sample, just to get my head in the right place and be like, okay, I want to flow this particular way on this particular song. It can either be a slower flow, it can be like, double time. I could like, go triplet.
The second you said doublet, triplet, I'm like, math came back again or what? I kept left this.
We should also show people know that we know music and all.
What's a doublet, triplet, or how do you place it on a beat? Like, how do you figure the pocket of where it
Like,
sits?
for example, if a beat is like 1, 2, 3, 4, I was going to the store. I was going to the store. Like, that's like double time.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm like, I was going to the store. That's another like variation of a flow.
So it's like you can either
I'm
place
doing the
it
same thing and I'm just placing it differently.
different
like,
places.
Just choosing different pockets.
It's like a Jenga
Yeah.
of kind of thing where you're... Oh, okay. I see that. So when you said like, when you're approaching to make like a track, do you first decide the beat again or the flow again, or then figure out the flow and then select the beat? What's the chronology?
It really depends, man, from song to song. Sometimes, like, I just work on a beat first and then I'm like, okay, I like where this is going. I kind of feel like what I can do on this. Versus sometimes I'm just traveling, I'm on a flight or something and I just write down the bars and I'm like, I wish I had a beat too.
Party on turbulent flight.
Yeah, party on a turbulent flight. Exactly. That's probably inspired from one of the parties around me only. Like a lot of like, tracks don't have it. Some songs have it. Like some of your biggest charting tracks, like, they keep it very simple and monotonous so that it just gets registered in your head. But that's a radio hit versus like, when you're really doing some storytelling, when you really want to flex on your rapping skills and stuff like that, you automatically want to use the biggest words or rather the more complex words, like, to put the simplest feeling. Yeah, photosynthesis.
I've seen the part where they change. For example, let's take 1 bar. Just for the viewers also, if I'm making. If you take 1 bar is 8 counts?
1 bar is 4 counts.
4 counts?
Yeah.
So 2 bars is 8 counts.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
I've seen either the beat switch
Right.
or any additional of other instrumental or the flow switch happens at the end of the second bar
Correct.
or end of this thing. It's no abrupt in
Yeah.
between. So that's something which involuntary happens.
They either do it like,
also as
once
well.
every 2 bars or once every 4 bars. Like even numbers.
On even number of bars.
Yeah.
Very good. Great.
Look how we brew up these bars with the juice like it's Tel Aviv. The truth's bitter and I season it with fenugreek. Like a threesome with Armis and Sweeney. I'm dumb hot, jellyfish and saunas with beanies. Take the G out and all they got is oatmeal. Hit you with the broken fridge and come at you with no chill. Y'all are snakes and I'm out, I don't need friends. Being shallow, you can all drown in the deep end.
So, bass beat, story you want to tell, have rhyming words wherever it fits at different bars, flow switch if needed.
Yeah.
Right? What brings it all together?
What brings it all together is like how authentically you're telling whatever it is that you're saying. If it's a great story, tell the story as genuinely as possible. If it has no story, if you just want to like, have that bounce and vibe, give it that true vibe and feel. Mean everything that you say. It's really in the authenticity of, like, how you say it. If you just, like, want to make a party song, just make sure, like, the audience believes that you are at that party and damn, I want to be at that party. That's it. And if you really, like, are talking about, like, I don't know if it's your struggle or, like, if it's anything political, whatever it is, just mean whatever it is that you say, that the listener has to try and be like, I wish I had said that.
Do you feel like, okay, if I'm a hardcore storytelling rapper,
right,
I need to be that person only?
No, not at all, man. Like, I feel like I don't want to be boxed by one thing, like, ever. I just want to try different things. I want to be as versatile as possible, try to make all kinds of songs, touch every, like, genre that is within hip-hop, like, and try to blend it and give it my own sound. So, like, Basti Bounce, like you said, is a proper kuttu song, like, fused in with hip-hop elements. Atma Rama is, like, more of a straightforward hip-hop beat.
I think while we're talking about, I'm feeling like different parts of this thing. For example, if you say, Bujima is like straight up, I'm going to make you laugh, but I'm going to make you dance to it.
Bujima crazy like animal. You was a savage animal. We was just never compatible. Bujima.
Right, true. Exactly.
And Atma Rama is serious. And for example, even the one which you released, Om.
Yeah.
Om also, you're talking about your personal struggles.
Look at those I need in my life. One last look at those who believed I could fight. And when I'm hopeless in this moment of quiet, wishing the story goes on, that's when it hit me like.
So, what skill set would you feel like are necessary for someone to be a okay rapper to like a great one, man?
I think I would suggest, no matter what language you want to rap in, like any language for that matter, try to learn more about your, like, your own language, the philosophies that come with it and all of that stuff. Because at the end of the day, even if you do make music for the common man, every now and then when you put in lines, like, certain concepts, like, that have depth and hit you right here, that kind of makes you want to stand out. That will make you stand out eventually. So, having a good hold of, like, the language will really be very helpful to you.
I mean, especially in India, because there are so many languages.
Yeah.
There was actually one of this rappers who I was speaking to, who was a regional rapper. I asked him about this, like, how do you increase your vocabulary? It was such a sweet but a sensible answer. He said, speak to your grandparents more.
Yeah.
Because usually they speak to you in your native tongue only. They don't come to be like, what's up, bro, what's happening?
True.
They give you a lot of different words which you wouldn't use in a daily this thing, which kind of helps you up. I'm going to call my grandfather, bro, after this.
Please do.
Straight up. Any other technique one has to follow or they had to be introduced to for you to make a great one?
Try jogging on the treadmill, like, while rapping your verses.
Oh, that would be insane.
That gives you a crazy idea of what it might be like when you're going to be performing on stage. Like, while jumping, moving around, and, like, your voice not being shaky, like, your dynamics not going all over the place.
I'm imagining we on an incline.
Just chilling.
Macha from Bangalore.
Okay, one line, the rest of the song, you guys.
I never tie up hands. 1 second.
Yeah.
So,
and a lot of, like, rappers internationally, they work out, they, like, do the treadmill and they don't smoke as much. I mean, it's all about taking care of your health and your lungs as well. So that's a very big part of, like, maintaining your breath control. And not just for now. Like, if you imagine you have a chopper flow today and you want to perform them like 20 years from now, you still got to be able to do that on stage because you can't choke then.
I mean, your body is the most complicated instrument you have. So you need to maintain it. Thank you. It's been real, guys. You know what? A lot of people talk about how the West has come down to India where influence of hip-hop. There has been a lot of Indian culture which has gone to West as well. Because the first time I heard a lot of Indian samples in Western music, it feels like you spot your friend during summer holidays on the street kind of thing. Or you see your teacher in the market kind of scenario kind of happens.
Yeah.
The first time I heard Timbaland, who is so heavily influenced by Indian music.
True.
There was a song called Indian Flute, where he actually tells one line in Hindi.
Yeah. You remember, like, listening to this song called Elephant Theme?
The Tamil this thing which comes in.
Come on, let's go.
influence of Indian music and hip hop is something very interesting. Actually, you know what? I actually have someone here who actually found their way to hip hop through Indian music.
Nice.
Right? Can we have Gamak here?
कलम मेरा करे तुझे निस्त ना भूत की तिलाशे अमराज के ने कितनों के भूत किताबों में पीस पर लोगों के है पीस पड़े यहाँ लड़ते हैं सड़कों पे धर्म के.
So Gamak, welcome to the conversation.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you so much. It's such an honor to be here, honestly. And I'm sitting next to Brodha V. It's already freaking me out, but I'm so happy.
Before we jump into your
Right.
history with classicals,
Right.
I want to start with your name, Gamak.
Right.
I feel it's already a musical term.
Yes.
What's the history there?
So basically, I belong to a very artistic family. My mom is a classical Kathak dancer. My dad
Insane.
is a musical theatre artist. He's a graduate from National School of Drama, now a professor in National School of Drama.
Manufacturing only was very music based.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That is how I got my name. Gamak basically means the echo of the instrument tabla. So, yeah.
How did you meet hip hop here?
Right.
Did you stumble upon kya hua?
I never heard of hip hop ever. I come from a gharana music family. Like they wake me up at 4 o'clock with a tanpura and you have to do your riyaz. So what happened one day, my mom was teaching me something called kavit. Kavit is basically poetry in Kathak and we mix it with bowls. So the way
What's
we
a
do
bowl?
it, for example, we're doing Sang meliye gwal bal natanagar nandalal sakhiya sab umang bhari govardhan jaat hai girivar ki puja karne nathri thodi tram tatai anand manavat hai. This is something that's going on.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is
So
insane.
suddenly, and I used to write poetries. So I was
Okay.
like, how about if the poetries that I write, whatever I express in my diary, I just convert it into a rhythmic flow just like Kathak. And in Kathak, we call it jati.
Okay.
So if we go for fours, it's called a chatursh jati, and 3 is called the tisar jati. So the exact same things that we might talk in hip hop, we had it in India way before. We are too far away from it in this particular generation that we don't see how much potential we have in our own culture.
I see. Insane.
I mean, because I had 15 years of dancing, 15 years of Kathak involved in my life, it took 3 months for me to know what rap is.
You know, the first
So-
time I met her, she told, I was asking her, okay, when did you start? Because you're so young. She's like, December. I'm like, December of which year?
Bro, she learned rapping by the time, I've kept my Maggie for, boiling. By the time I was out, she's made 4 songs.
That's insane.
So
man.
I practically invented hip hop for myself until somebody told me, oh, what you're doing right now is called rap.
So when did, anybody tell you that you were a rapper now?
So when I was training in Hindustani classical music, I had all these rags and everything that I was learning. But after a particular time, I felt like my vocal texture, Hindustani classical is limiting it at a particular. My voice was getting sweeter day by day. So if I was going for because of that, I was losing the texture of I was losing that.
Wait,
I was like,
I need
to
some
come to
time. What was then? Give me a second to breathe, bro. I did not expect that. Did you see that coming out of that?
I was just like, what?
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I was losing that
I was
side
not
of
familiar
myself.
with your game. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm trying.
Okay. Insane. Anything you want to talk to us about how you write your own lyrics? Because I've seen a lot of your videos has a lot of melody.
Yeah.
Indian melody also. It blends in so beautifully.
Yeah.
So how do you process that?
There's something called as Gat Bhav and Gat Nikas.
Okay.
So what we do is also Thumris. So what we do is we narrate stories through a particular melody, and then to describe anger, we come back towards this is anger.
Okay, bro. What I do?
So yeah.
Okay.
So but we also have lyrics, we also have thumris, but if we are suddenly wanting to show a battlefield or something, we go towards the flows of Kathak.
Okay.
So that is how we blend. Now the only difference here is instead of the katta I'm doing sochte kaha tum pochte.
Oh.
So it just blends. It's the same thing. It's the
Nice.
same thing.
You are
bro.
just flipping it around with
Yeah,
lyrics.
instead of Kathak bowls, you
Okay.
can have lyrics in it that sonically sound the same, also has to have meaning, obviously. You can't just write anything because it rhymes.
Now that we've seen the anatomy of rap and the elements and what goes into making a rap sequence, we got Brodha V and Gamak warming up the studio, putting all the lessons into action. Here's the showcase.
आत्मा किरदार है आत्मा आत्मा रहेगी पास ना जब से बना तू पापी बातों को काटना बातें चलेंगी तेरी तेरे मौत के बाद नहीं जलेगी राख सी खाल जब लेटेगा पटों पे बचेगी सांस नहीं तब बचेगा जो भी वो बेच के खाएंगे सारे जो लोग ये स्वार्थी मुझे माननी चाहिए मुझे ज्ञान नहीं चाहिए मेरे पास नहीं है वो जो मैंने हासिल किए मेरे पते पे पहुंचे देखो 5 भेड़िए पेनों से दौर पर जो लेके 5 किए निकले दम दम बन के तो बंटन निकलेंगे शब्दों के संगम निकलेगी सरगम निकलेंगे करके मंटन निकलेगी जब भी मचेगी यहाँ पे भगदड़ सोचा चट्टान खुद को निकला कंकड़ जब बंद करा भरम बना भयंकर बेटे ताल पे तू होगा तब आएगा संपर्क क्योंकि स्पष्ट है जो खात्मा तो आत्मा तैयार है स्पष्ट है जो खात्मा तो आत्मा किरदार है
Yeah. 1 2 1 2. It's Brother V. Let's go. If talent was affluent, you a candle, I'm a chandelier. The leap of faith that to propel me out the atmosphere. I'm at the heights that you willfully ignore and fear. You could be Scorpion and still wouldn't get over here. The moves I make send shock waves across the seas. I can drop you harder than Zimbabwe's economy. They catch strokes like the Mandarin script. Going at me is how you gonna put your fandom at risk. So much in the beef when all their verses are weak. Rappers at the gangster but couldn't murder the beat. Hey yo, my tack deep and nuance, the fact they can chew on. You don't want this like bat meat in Wuhan. They only get smoked when they claim they're kings and get embarrassed looking like they got rosacea skin. When my ink takes shape, I must be Rorschach in secrecy. Now nobody, not even Snorlax, can sleep on me. Yeah, 1 2 1 2. Yeah, 1 2 1 2. Brother V signing out.
Now that we know the foundations of rhythm and poetry, let's see how this fares well in the world of freestyle. We're gonna go from a studio to a rap cypher. See you at the Cypher Scene.
Rehab center, oh my gonna go. JJ is the best. Rolling through the streets and I got the crew in the back. Brother V in the house. Make some noise for this.
Team flow, career got legs like a millipede, bro. I read the truth with the bitterness. Since it was the sonogram, I've been killing it.
Enlightened like I gotta go and raid it. Man, I'm racing like a Viking, cause I feel I'm so barbaric with the bars. I'm a savage on the track. And I never take it back, cause I'm whipping it. Sports car mode, I'm way too fast.
पोछते सब करके लोचे में फंसे थे औरों की गलती पे हंसे थे पन्ने तो तुमने भी घसे थे लेते हो खुशी भी कर्जे पे कहते हो सब चल रहा मजे में वो है जो बैठा है घरों के कोनों में सोने के बिस्तर गद्दे हैं नोटों के नोटों से याद आया ये तो तुमने कमाए थे किसी के प्रॉफिट पे साल गवाए थे तनख्वाह से ज्यादा थी टारगेट की टेंशन और आखिरी में मिलेगी भी नहीं पेंशन 13-10 साल उसके मीटिंग का सेशन लेसन ये ले हर बंदों पे बंदे के चेले पैर बंदे हैं बंधन तो प्यार का बंधन है बस इसमें सारे अकेले
पाक गरम है काली की खाल में काट कलम है कहाँ तेरी खुशी कहाँ तेरे गम है हर पल बस तेरे सर फिर सपने getting off with your itty bitty wisdom pushing the truth away fact with the wisdom not for the benefit man's a chant away from mindfully killing tight money कर लेता fuck में तो भूल गया lyrics में तो
vibe गया late ಆಯ್ದ್ರು ನಾನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡಿಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಕಲಿತಿದೆ ದಿನ ಕಲಿತಿದೆ ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಲ್ಲ ಅನುಭವ ತುಳಿತಿದೆ ಫಲ.
So next week we're going to go from bars to turntables. Next episode is the art of DJing.